while we call it. Welcome everyone to the Leo full moon ceremony this morning. Glad you would consider getting up on a Saturday and doing ceremony with me. Let's call in sacred space. All right. Let's all take a big deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're dropping our grounding cords and our roots down into the earth and letting our energy drop down. And then hooking in and inhaling, drawing that earth energy up through your body. Send it up and out through the top of the head. Connect with the heart of the Divine Mother above us. And then inhale. Draw her energy back down. Send it all the way down into the earth. Activating that as above, so below flow. Connecting with that flow. Breathing in and breathing out. Activate the as within, so without. As the universe, so the soul. Moving to the north, we welcome Mother Earth. We give such great thanks to be here in the physical right now. Moving to the south, we welcome water and clear, clean, current, emotional energy. We welcome love and joy and flow and abundance into our circle. Moving to the west, we welcome air and mind, all of our guides and angels, all of our ancestors. Moving to the east, we welcome fire and movement, passion, divine right action. Moving to the center, we welcome the goddess. We welcome the divine feminine and the divine masculine in sacred right relationship. We call that beautiful energy down through our bodies, and we call up Mama Gaia to pull and magnetize that energy through us. And we welcome our own sweet, extraordinary souls into this circle. We ask that all these energies be with us, pray with us, dance with us for our mutual benefit. I hope. There we are. Get up and move. All right, everyone. Let us get started. So just take a minute. This is ceremony time. Feel into your body and just see if you can get a hit. Just notice what's going on inside of you right now. A lot of times we can tell if we pay attention. We can tell what's happening out there before it happens. So I always like to have you drop in, feel into your body before I just spoon feed it to you. See how it's showing up for you right now, because we're pushing the envelope. It happens tomorrow at 12:30 something Central Time. So we're in the window, and the energy is just going to continue to get bigger. So yes, it's a Leo full moon tomorrow, but today is setting the stage for tomorrow, because we have this really strong square with Venus in Pisces and Mars in Gemini. And, you know, they're the sacred couple out there in the stars. So, you know, Venus in Pisces is just yummy. Feeling all the feels and all of that loving energy. And then Mars in Gemini makes that creativity just go through the roof. So this is a great day to dive into relationships, to support them, to revel in them, to enjoy them. It's also a good time to examine your relationship with money, and how you're being creative, how you're setting the stage for the full moon tomorrow. Because tomorrow at noon, around this time, it'll be at its peak. And that's a great time to release things or make any adjustments. You know, we've been talking about Leo all week with all of the opening ceremonies for priestess and high priestess. So most of you probably know what Leo's energy is about, but it's about loving yourself, stepping in to who you really are and owning that and honoring that and realizing the gift that you are here to bring the planet. And that gift is you. It's not about what you're doing, what you're, you know, we all want to focus on that. But until we get a handle on how miraculous and special we are, then we're always going to be trying to perform. We're always going to be trying to best ourselves. And, you know, that's okay. But Leo is just about showing up in all your brilliance. And we have this Aquarius sun happening, so that makes all the creativity just magnified and out of the box. So it's also a good time to connect with children, connect with your inner child. Are you taking enough time for rest, relaxation, recreation? Are you taking care of yourself? You know, that's the job of priestesses. That's the job of, that's what Leo's here to encourage us to do. Now, the other thing that's going on that, you know, we'll feel tomorrow is there's a T-square with Uranus, and Uranus is kind of like the wild card. It's like anything can happen. It's like Aquarius on crack. It's like you can, things out of left field just show up. So there could be surprises, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It could be a good thing. And they can also be supported by big, loud, intuitive hits. And so you may get a wild hair to do something that sounds totally crazy, but go through all the steps, muscle test, do the things, and tiptoe out there. That's what Uranus is there to support, is that, it's kind of like the spark that lights the match and gets things rolling. So just know that that could be happening out there too. So listen closely and follow your guidance, no matter how outlandish it might sound. It's also a time when you could see shakeups in relationships. So don't be afraid to examine, especially those close to you, and see where change is needed. And really and truly, what this lineup is here to do is help us go deeper into our relationships, and consider what's working and what's not working. And of course, at a full moon, it's time to release anything that's not working. So Leo's going to make this loud, and you may have more vivid dreams with the sun in Aquarius. You can be creative and playful, and think outside the box. So when you have that Leo energy, coupled with that Aquarius sun, it's time to let yourself dream bigger. We can get so used to where we are and what we're doing, and we just kind of wear that, and we never let ourselves think bigger. It's like that's for someone else, not for us. And this is a time, especially right now, all the planets are direct. It's like go time. And it's not going to be like this forever. I mean, come the middle of March, Pluto goes retrograde. Whoa, Val, you should be having fun then, honey. So you want to take advantage of this time and observe the world and the people around you and who you choose to have around you. The full moon is also a time when truth can rise to the surface. So you may find things in relationships with people that you may need to let go of. You may find people you need to let go of. So pay attention, pay real close attention, and then allow that Leo energy to help you lead and shine and embody your self-worth, your self-love, your self-empowerment, so that you can lead the way for more loving relationships, even in the relationships that you're in. Okay. So once again, you're going to get you could receive some very outlandish intuitive hits. And you're in a window where you could take them. Just be very careful with your choices, especially if emotions come up, because they could. If they do, wait till they calm down before you make any definite decisions. And then begin asking important questions. And I'll give you a little time to think about these, and then we'll go into the card pull. Are there people or influences in my life that I need to clean up? Do I have things internally that I need to clear? It's a great time to do releases and release these things today in ceremony when we dance. Where can I be more creative and loving? And if I'm feeling emotional, how can I self-soothe so that I can think clearly and make good decisions for myself? And then what are my relationships here to teach me? You know, a lot of times in relationships, we kind of tend to make it about the other person, and rather than how is the relationship growing you? How is that relationship teaching you how to be a better person? So just take a few minutes, journal with any of those questions that resonate. Or even jot them down so that you can journal and meditate with them as the day goes on. I mean, tonight is a great night to do a fire, a great night to do ceremony if you like to do that kind of thing. And you're right in the window to do that. So once again, I always pull cards on the full moon, new moon and full moon, but full moon, I share them with you. So in the earth door, I pulled structure and form, standing on your own. So this is all about the ability to individuate and to be your own person, which I found very interesting with all of this relationship energy hanging out. Making your own decisions is a beautiful thing. The gift of a physical body to be able to move of your own volition, to be able to make your own choices and create your own life in the physical is yet another of the wonderful, mystical, magical gifts of living on a physical planet. So, you know, I tell people that this is the only, you know, when you're in the physical, this is where you make change. This is how you can make change on the planet. This is how you can, your soul learns how to make change within it. When we get back out of our bodies, we are in, you know, we may be still individuated for a bit, but there's no way we can make change out there. And eventually, we're going to go back into all that is, and we won't be individuated anymore. So you want to use this time on the planet. You know, it's a gift. Use it to its highest potential. It's one of the greatest ways we can make our contribution to the world. Likewise, to squander it is such a travesty. So, questions that you might want to think about in the earth door. How are you treating your body temple? This is what we all think about at this time of the year. Are you becoming too dependent on others? Are there places you need to begin to stand on your own? So you can journal with that a little bit as you prepare to set an intention for this full moon. Okay. In the water door. Oops, what did I do? I pulled adapt. Don't know why it keeps going black like that. But we're just going to push you guys over there again. Okay, there we go. That's better. It says many times in the physical realm, things might not go just exactly the way we planned, hence the Uranus factor, right? Water teaches us that during these times, rather than scrapping the plan altogether, we can learn to go with the flow and adapt our plans to fit the circumstances at hand. So this may be a time where you need to pivot, where you need to learn to do things a little bit differently or adapt your plans. We may not always be able to complete the projects as we originally intended, but learning to adapt can help us achieve the outcome we desire. So, question, where do you need to adapt your plan to fit the circumstances you find yourself in? Okay, hopefully that's going to make that quit, whatever it was doing. So journal with water and see what water needs to share with you about being adaptable. So in the air realm, I pulled holding with the mind. So in the wheel of creation that we use in Priestess, air lives in the west. Here it has the job of holding. And since the mind governs the world of air and thought, we can think of this as holding with the mind. What this implies is that once we know the outcome we desire, we can hold the image of it fully completed and the emotion that evokes in our mind. Our mind doesn't know the difference between a thought and reality, so it moves to create whatever it's holding. Our job then becomes to hold our desired outcome in our mind, no matter what is out picturing in front of us. At first, this can take a little practice, but once our mind gets addicted to the good feeling chemicals that this practice stimulates, it becomes easier and easier. It may take a while for the outcome to manifest in the outer world, but we are already having the experience in our minds and can remain content until it does. So another way to use this card is to ask the question, what am I holding with my mind? And if you want the answer to that, look around at your world, because whatever is out picturing for you, there is a root cause in your mind. You're holding it. So whether you're low on funds or there's trouble in your relationship, ask the question, what am I holding? And then what do I want? And begin holding the image of what you want in your mind. So journal with air. And what does air have to tell you about what you're holding in your mind and what you want to hold in your mind. Awesome, Sarah. That sounds cool. The feeling of what happens. I love that. Who are they? Abraham Hicks. They talk about it a lot as well. Yes, it does. Val, way does. I mean, this is the work of a priestess, right? I mean, the whole thing, everything we're talking about today, but for sure, holding with the mind is one of our jobs. This is how we change the planet. Oh, girl, it's not me. Okay, we're gonna move to the fire door. And of course, who would I pull in the fire door? Leo, radiator of brilliance. Leo teaches us to let our light shine. Through turning up our own self-love and radiating it to the world, we inspire others to do the same. Leo speaks to leadership, self-confidence, generosity, creativity, expansiveness, and has a powerful outgoing quality. Leo can support our efforts at becoming visible and letting the world hear our message. It holds a natural zest for life that can be intoxicating. So let Leo teach you during this full moon how to let your light shine so that others can see what you're offering to the world. The sun, now right now the sun's in Aquarius and the moon's in Leo, but the sun is in Leo from July 22nd or 23rd all the way through August 22nd. So ponder how you want to work with Leo. Where do you need to let more of Leo in, and how you want to work with it during this full moon. I don't know that there's a specific one other than where do you need to become more visible? How can you amp up your self-love, your self-respect. And, we've touched on all of that, Val. And you really want to dive into fire, let fire speak, and let Leo speak through fire. And then moving to the center, to spirit. I never cease to be amazed at the cards and what, they're always right on. So spirit, in the spirit realm, we pull divine feminine, which is perfect for right now. The archetypal energy of the divine feminine shows herself in a myriad of ways. She has thousands of names and that many or more aspects. She's known all over the planet as Isis or Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Diana, the sacred she, and simply the goddess. And she brings divine guidance and assistance whenever you need it most. She can be kind, gentle, and loving, or fierce and passionate. And with Leo, you think of Sekhmet, you think of fierce and passionate. Her energy speaks to the state of beingness and magnetism. She's the perfect complement for the divine masculine energy. So you want to take a minute here and really drop in and connect with the aspect of her that calls you. Where do you need help? Where do you need assistance? As the Divine Mother, she's always available and she always provides. So just take a minute, maybe even close your eyes, put your hand on your heart or your womb space and drop in and ask her for a message. Connect with her deeply. Her energy is hitting the planet so hugely right now. All of the things that freak us out, that may make us afraid or make us think that things they are changing. Well, number one, they are. But we think it's like some bad force out there that's causing this, and it is not. It is Mama rearranging the furniture and setting things right. So as things get bumpy, as things get a little shaky, ask for help. She's the one doing it. Tell her you need some help with this. She'll help you. She will. So just drop in and be quiet for a minute and see what she wants to say to you and let it pour out on the paper. So now, once you finish with that, and I don't have a slide for this, take a minute with all the information that you've gathered and write an intention. Yeah, of course you did, Val. Write an intention for the full moon. What do you need to release? What do you need to let go of? What do you need to dance in during this ceremony time? I see people that are popping in that are just getting here, and we're almost finished. With all the Leo energy, many of you were probably on the Imbolc ceremony, but I would be remiss not to mention Mary Magdalene, who is the queen of the Leo vibration, and she's graced us with her presence all month long. Because I've been doing opening ceremonies for priestess and high priestess. The reason, or one of the many reasons that we call her in at the beginning of a circle is because she epitomizes the Leo vibration of self-worth, self-respect, self-love. And she teaches us how to do that. And that is the work of a priestess. She governs and guides all our priestess circles. And the New Earth Priestess doors are still open. We don't start class until February the 10th, so this coming Friday. So if you still want to get in, you still can. Just reach out if you want to chat with me about that. There's a link in the email. If you want to learn more about it, there's a link to the sales page. Yeah, perfect, Val. Okay, so watch your inbox. So now take a look at the intention you set. I want you to hold it in your heart and your mind, and we are going to dance and move. Oh, Sue, thank you. She says, I highly recommend the NEP, which is New Earth Priestess. It truly is life-changing and empowering. Awesome. Thanks, sweetie. Okay, now you're going to hold that intention and we're going to move our bodies with intent. We're going to dance and activate those intentions that you just wrote. Here we go. Wait a minute. Sarah, I love you. I love you all. Okay, here we go. All right, everyone. Thanks for playing. I give thanks to the elemental forces for holding space for us today. I give thanks for these beautiful souls that are doing their sacred work. And I close this circle in the light. I will see all of you sometime, either in Priestess, in High Priestess, in Sacred Rhythms, or next month. Bye-bye.